You were born in the city of Thebes sometime between 1090 and 1160 BCE. Try to imagine how lucky you are. You hit the jackpot at birth, while most children in Egypt are born to lives of hardship and brutal labor, or simply struggle to survive. You were born into a small royal family. It seems the gods favor you, at least for now. Your arrival into the world is marked by grand religious rituals, priests chanting prayers and offering sacrifices to the gods. Your mother, the queen, is far too busy with royal duties to care for you herself. She has no time for changing, feeding, or holding a child. That role falls to the wet nurses, who become your real mothers in practice. You might even think one of the servants is your true mother. But wait, being born into the royal family doesn't automatically make you special, at least not yet. Your father, the pharaoh, has many wives, and each one is busy giving him more children. A year after your birth, another boy is born. Shortly after that, another newborn arrives. Different mothers, same father. Here's the bitter truth. Royal life isn't just luxury. It's a ruthless competition. Every day is a test to determine who will become the next ruler of Egypt, the future pharaoh. And honestly, your odds aren't great. You have older brothers, and they don't exactly adore you. When you turn 4 years old, you're sent to the school of princes. There is no play here, no mercy. While other children are playing mindlessly, you're drowning in mathematics, language, history, and engineering. In short, everything modern high school students hate. No excuses. You're a royal prince, and everyone expects you to be a genius by the age of 4. At 10, you enter a new phase. You begin learning military strategy, governance, and law. This is where things get serious. It's not about holding swords and pretending to be heroic. It's about learning how to conquer cities with minimal losses, and more importantly, without getting an arrow through your eye. One day, your father announces news that shakes all of Egypt. He has chosen you to be the heir to the throne. Wait, you? Not your older brothers? That makes no sense. Traditionally, the firstborn is the heir, or at least the second, not some random third son. But your father seems to know your brothers won't accept this decision, so he sends them to Thebes to become priests. Yes, an eternal life of chanting and temple labor. Clearly they're not thrilled, but who cares? You are now the official heir to the throne of Egypt. For the third time in your life, you finally see your father face to face. He summons you to the royal palace, examines you carefully, and announces before everyone that you were chosen because of your wisdom and the will of the gods. What does that even mean? No one knows. Maybe the priest told him about a mysterious vision, or maybe the gods spoke to him directly. Either way, civil war is avoided, for now. You are the legitimate heir of Egypt. No pressure, right? Your years of study finally end. No more endless calculations, no more boring lessons, no more teachers yelling at you. But before you can even catch your breath, your father orders you to join him in a military campaign against Nubia. Great! Time to test everything you've learned. You march forward confidently. After all, everything was easy in the lessons. Chariots from this side, archers from that side. Simple, right? No, not at all. In your first real battle, you discover that war is not lines on a map or neat written strategies. It's real hell. Blood, screams, and fear. You fight desperately, barely surviving, while most of the men under your command die. Suddenly, all those instruction manuals feel like a cruel lie. After the disaster, you return to the palace to learn directly from your father. You quickly realize that being a pharaoh isn't about wearing nice clothes. It's a job that lasts 18 hours a day with no vacations and no retirement. Even when he sleeps, he isn't at peace. Guards outside his chamber, guards inside it. Then comes your 21st birthday. Normally a celebration, but for you it means one thing: marriage. Not to just any woman, to your sister. Yes, you heard that right. Your sister. Do you love her? That doesn't matter. Love isn't required here. The goal is to preserve the purity of the royal bloodline. If there's any comfort, you're free to do whatever you like with concubines. Love is optional. Duty is mandatory. The wedding is legendary, absurdly lavish. Endless food, guests from every corner of Egypt, everyone pretending this situation is completely normal. At least the party is fun. Years pass. Your father joins his ancestors in the afterlife. A funeral beyond imagination is held. After all, he ruled Upper and Lower Egypt and was the living representative of the gods on earth. Naturally, his burial could bankrupt a small kingdom. But while the priests chant and the people mourn, something else occupies your mind. Your turn has come. As soon as the burial ends, preparations for your coronation begin. There's no time to rest. The stability of all Egypt now rests on your shoulders. Days of celebrations, rituals, hymns, and endless sacrifices follow. And finally, congratulations. You are officially the pharaoh. So what greets you in your new role? Financial disaster, your legendary wedding, your father's extravagant funeral, and recent military campaigns have left the treasury emptier than the desert. Your father was a great ruler, but also a spender. Now it's your job to clean up the mess. The old advisors watch you closely, waiting for your first move. So you do what any smart pharaoh would do. You raise taxes on the vassal states. As expected, complaints erupt. Rebellions follow, but each uprising is crushed without mercy. Some kings lose their heads. Peace returns. You replace them with obedient rulers. Problem solved. Egypt is financially stable again. But being pharaoh isn't just about control. It's a never-ending job. Meetings, reports, and religious duties consume you. You're forced to visit Thebes weekly now. Even the gods demand your time. You work from sunrise until midnight. While ordinary people complain about a 9-to-5 job, you're working 7 to 9. You're welcome, people. At least there are perks. You live in unimaginable luxury. Walking doesn't exist in your vocabulary. You're carried by servants in a lavish palanquin. You are the human embodiment of splendor. Even the Egyptian sun isn't allowed to touch you. Servants wave massive fans to keep you cool. You eat the finest food, drink the best wine, and wear jewelry that dazzles the eyes. But this wealth has a price. Constant headaches, because of the wig. In Egypt, wigs aren't just decoration. They're symbols of status. The bigger and more luxurious, the more powerful the wearer. And you, the greatest ruler in the land, wear the heaviest and most magnificent wig of all, nearly 4 kilograms. Every day your head turns into a throbbing nightmare. And if that weren't enough, there are the heavy gold necklaces pulling at your neck. But they earn you respect, and that's what matters. Yes, the pharaoh's life is luxurious, but suffocating. The pressure is unbearable. One wrong decision could cost thousands of lives. Years pass. You grow wiser, more experienced. You learn how to keep the priests satisfied so they don't turn the gods against you. You learn which laws calm the people and which ignite revolutions. You even learn how to distract yourself occasionally, just to stay sane under this crushing burden. But time shows no mercy. Your body begins to fail. Every climb onto your horse feels like scaling a pyramid. Pain becomes your constant companion, and medicine never leaves your side. There is no retirement from the throne. You have many children now, each one a potential heir. And now it's your turn to make the impossible choice. You may not see them often, but you love them all. After long thought, you choose your eldest son as your successor. You watch him endure everything you once did, the exhaustion, the responsibility, the pressure that nearly crushes the soul. And only then do you finally understand why your father always looked tired and bitter. One morning you travel to Thebes to attend the Opet festival with your royal entourage. It's supposed to be a routine day. Processions, rituals, pledges of loyalty to the gods. Then chaos erupts. Some of your own guards turn on you. Swords flash. Screams fill the air. Before you can fully understand what's happening, you find yourself in the middle of a bloody battle. You grab a sword and prepare to fight. Your body is weak with age, but your skill remains. Every strike is precise and lethal, the product of decades of war and survival. But they are too many. One by one, your guards fall. You are left alone, gasping for breath. You look into the cold, merciless faces surrounding you. You turn your gaze to their leader and ask, "Who sent you?" He smiles mockingly and says, "Your brothers and your uncles send their regards." Then he drives his sword into your chest. You feel the warmth of your blood spill onto the ground. The world tilts. Your vision fades. Life slips through your fingers as you lie there. In your final moments, you realize your mistake. You believed your brothers would never dare kill you, not after everything. That miscalculation cost you your life. But regret is useless now. You ruled Egypt with wisdom. You did not betray your people. You did not forget your ancestors. The Egyptians will mourn you, and monuments will be built to immortalize your name. And as darkness falls, with your final breath, you know for certain your father and your ancestors are waiting for you in the afterlife.